The realm of Teleria is under a shadow cast by the Dark Lord Serath. You are one of many long-dead Telerian warriors to be resurrected by Teleria's immortal guardian, the Arbiter, to stop it. A dramatic reading, of course, but what game are we referring to? Encounter an expansive range of strategy, innovative blended PvE and PvP gameplay modes, peerless character skill customization, and explosive clan-centered cooperative play. Join players from across the world and stamp your name among the heroes of Teleria. A tad over the top to describe a game, but you can check it out in the link in the description and in the top right hand corner just scanning the QR code. 80 million people have downloaded the game, so it's well worth going and checking out this particular title. I should also mention this video is indeed sponsored by that particular game. 'Tis a game that has more than 800 heroes to collect and super detailed and tactical RPG battle systems, incredible graphics and intense combinations of PvP and indeed PvP content, as we learned a moment ago. You might be saying to yourself, Rich, what is the comparisons between the game I'm playing at the moment to this one? Why should I pick it up? Is there any kind of like big differences? No, there's actually a lot of similarities. There's important leg up programs like boosts and objectives and daily quests in order to get that little boost on for your particular account. There's clans or alliances that you can join in order to battle with your friends and take down evil bosses. You can open crystals, or in this game shards, in order to pick up new heroes to add to your collection of champions. Compete in your story mode, which is your campaign arena, where you battle other players in the community, and as well see how far you can go into the depths of some of these more challenging pieces of content. Continue with champion acquisition over various different factions, picking up some of the most spiciest, most epic champions in the game. Mastery builds on champions, making sure that they're as powerful as they possibly can be, and also setting them up in the right way to take on various bits of content, whether or not it's setting up a champion in a mastery form that is good for PvP and arena versus taking it into things like campaign or again various other bits of content. So yes, we are acquiring champions, upgrading them, building a mastery set around them, making them stronger, making them more specific to take into different types of areas, but of course it's very similar. Let's now bring you up to speed with game basics. Once you have a champion you like, you can look to make them stronger by attaching artifacts to different types of sockets. Some artifacts will be part of sets, which will give extra bonuses which could be important to really ramping up the damage and survivability of champions. You can look to build specific to the champion masteries, and you can get more of the various different types of scrolls you'll need to improve those masteries by going to the Minotaur's Labyrinth. You can also improve the skills, ascend and rank up and level up your champions by going to the tavern. Just simply click on the champion you want and go and improve them from there. There are also other places and other things you can be doing to improve your champion, but for the purpose of basics, that is basically getting your champion up to speed. Then it's a case of being strategic and taking it into different places. You will at some stage hit a stumbling block where you'll need to improve your champions before getting past different types of further difficulties. Whether or not you get to brutal, whether or not you get to nightmare, and you're like, I'm having a hard time getting past some stumbling blocks. This is when you'll need to find and acquire new champions that will have different types of abilities, interactions, sustainability, that will able to work in a team with your other champions in order to get through the most difficult places of the game. The same thing normally happens when you reach things like PvP and of course arena. You'll need a certain team that's going to be beneficial. Sometimes there's good advice from outer community areas as to what are some of the best champions to use in the various different types of fights. You know, especially here, there's Ithos, which you saw a moment ago, and that is one of my favorite champions for arena. Basically, he does a lot of crit damage, which is going to be really detrimental to enemies, and of course there's going to be other types of abilities that are going to be beneficial. And by clicking on some of the abilities whilst you're in the fight, you'll normally get a feeling of what is going to be good for this. Like, I'm hoping that this is going to be good, which is Outburst, and it's one of my favorite attacks I use for Ithos, which you can see right there. That was a very nice, rewarding attack. So the progression route I recommend to anybody picking up the game for the first time. would be to go and participate in campaign, get as far as you possibly can go, get new champions and rank them up, improve them, make sure they're stronger, and continue on that voyage. Then, at the same time, going in dungeons, improving those masteries, getting those scrolls, and as well getting some of those resources to ascend and rank up and level up and skill up some of those champions. Then get involved with arena, go as far as you possibly can go, and then at the same time try and join a clan. And the clan that I'm currently in at the moment is RichTheMan, so go and join this clan, where you'll be able to participate in clan boss fights and help out your fellow members. Funnily enough, this team has done rather well so far, just coming closer, now going over the 2 million mark, so this should really help out my clan. Certainly not bad, but I could definitely do better. The final thing with your progression is to do faction wars. Once you have built a strong roster of various factions, champions obviously being in factions, then you can get yourself involved with some of the faction wars and find you're picking up some amazing rewards and loot in order to improve your champions further, to go deeper into raid. The game is being updated all the time, and for this holiday festive period they're putting in a few new things. Let's find out what. So the Cursed City is one of Raid's biggest new features that they've added in. Just look at the map scale and the extent of work that you'll need to put in order to grab some rare items. It has 100 stages to complete, including stages where you'll need to take 2 of Raid's bosses all at the same time. You'll definitely need to prepare your best champions to take on this particular content, and those that do well will be able to pick up a mythical champion. So make sure to participate in this particular event now. Raid have also got a Christmas story, which is a special holiday themed event where you can follow Sir Nicholas through a festive story. It comes with mini games to solve and a chance to win both in-game and real-life prizes. Head to www.raidxmas.com. There are also a bunch of themed events, tournaments, summon boosts. So many things are happening, so make sure to go and download the game. So put yourself in a holiday mood. If you're not going out because it's too cold, then stay in nice and warm. Get your phone out, play some of the Christmas themed events that Raid has got to offer. Now, new players, Raid have got you sorted with a little gift. If you click my link in the description or scan the QR code, which should be right there, you can get 2 epic heroes, a very strong epic champion, Lightsworn, and once you hit level 15, an epic boss killer, Juliana. So just hit the link in the description, and once you're in, destroying all of your enemies, getting fat W's, come join the Alliance RichTheMan. You can start making some serious gains, whether or not it's getting some of the amazing rewards from the clan boss fight, also by grabbing some of the most strongest champions in game, and some of the rarest ones at that. Let me just look at this one. Lord Champford is able to give an aura to his fellow allies. Roxanne of the Lizardmen is able to put certain champions to sleep, providing she gets that RNG chance at 75%. So many more of amazing abilities just to be found out. Create interesting combinations when it comes to teams of your champions. Improve them for faction wars, which, look, once you get there, you can pick up some amazing stuff, as we're doing right now. Like one of my champions just resurrected the entirety of the champions that have been down. And so much more from Raid Shadow Legends, so check out the link in the description, check out the QR code and scan that. Thanks to Raid for sponsoring this video, and I'll see you in game.